Hello. Oh, now you can all hear me. Well, that sucks. I was doing all that talking and you guys cannot even hear me. Which I'm gonna reload the game because we need to talk about it. That's insane. It fucked up with my mic settings. That pisses me off a little bit. Okay, again, there are so many trigger warnings for this game. Please read this. Take the time to read this. I cannot believe that it changed my mic settings. That really, really pisses me off. So I apologize. As I was going through and telling you guys what happened, you probably couldn't even hear me, and that really, really pisses me off. Why? I feel like that's a fetish thing, and I'm not going to. This game is called Do Not Take This Cat Home. Please read the trigger stuff about it. I apologize for yesterday. I did not stream because I was not feeling well. Monday night I started getting a migraine, and it moved on to into Wednesday. I'm still suffering from a little bit of headache, so forgive me if I'm a little slow. I don't even know what else I said besides that, so I apologize. So don't hold it against me for not streaming on Wednesday. That's why I'm streaming today. I try to make up a little bit for it. I don't know specifically when I'm going to be done. I picked a few games out, so probably whenever those are done. I'm not saying it unless the game says it, because I don't want to. Please, please, please take care of yourself. See, look how cutie it is. I'm not doing that. Look how cute he is. And there were so many trigger warning things in the beginning, which kind of scares me, but I'm gonna turn this down just a smidgen. Oh, there's a voice volume. Okay, so hopefully it'll talk. You're not having a great day as usual. Okay, it's not gonna talk. Turn it up a little bit for you guys. Oh great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, but in the middle of your walk it starts to rain. Yeah, that's my luck too. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn your head home when... There you go. It said it for you. Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. There you go, said it again for you. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley, and the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. It's a cat. It's a kitty. A very, very cute kitty. Huh, guess you should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Whoever wrote these is pretty good. It's so cute. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So cute. And it definitely knows it. They do. I have 2 cats of my own. They definitely know that they're fucking adorable. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves a cat in a cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't it just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Ooh, do we want to take the cat home? I'm taking it home. I'm a cat lover, so... You know what? Yeah. You reach into the box and pick up the cat, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of on the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think, a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Only you, living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores its new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. Okay, the first thing I would do is wash the kitty. There's no telling what's on the kitty. I am going to move myself because I just realized you can't really read it even though I'm reading it out loud. I'm not sure if anybody... Okay, anyway. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Sounds like some kitties I know. My cats have become, after a whole bunch of videos on TikTok about the poor girl losing her cat because it just didn't get enough water, basically. I've been feeding my cats more and more wet food because that scared the shit out of me. Like, they got wet food in their diet anyway, but, like, more. So, now they won't even touch their dry food if I don't put wet food on it because they're spoiled little brats. That being said, they're also very picky when it comes to food, which is really annoying. So I bought the highest quality food, okay? The best you could get in a regular grocery store, like at Walmart. Or Target. They have Blue Buffalo, right? I think Target does. And these little shits didn't touch it. They sniffed it, stuck their nose up at it, would not even eat it. Just so you guys know, Blue Buffalo will take food back. They will give you your money back if the cat doesn't want it. I did not buy a big bag, but I bought one of those little try-me bags, and those little fuckers did not eat that food. So I said, okay, fine, let's try another one. So I think I bought Rachel Ray next. Nope. Didn't want to touch it, didn't want to have any fucking thing to do with it. Nothing. I was like, okay, what the fuck are you gonna eat? So we bought Iams next. They ate that, so I was like, okay, well, let's try Purina because it's one step better. I refuse to feed them Friskies. Friskies is just... Don't get me wrong, we fed them Friskies in the past. We fed our older cats Friskies before. But I think something with them, they found like plastic or glass or something in them, so that kind of scares me. Plus, Friskies gives the cats a real greasy, nasty coat. So like, they're just sticky and greasy. It's just nasty. I can't. I don't like Friskies at all. No offense, Friskies. We did use you when I was younger, I promise. So we bought Iams because I was like, okay, this still cheaper than anything, but it's not Friskies. Tried the Iams. They like the Iams, so I was like, okay, cool. Let's try one more. So we got Purina. It's like the better Purina, whatever. It's like this long bullshit thing. I think they get like sensitive stomach and the cat ball formula or whatever, the cat hair throw up, whatever. They liked it. Awesome. I don't think I'm gonna go any further than that. I think we tried it like a next step up and they didn't like it, so we stuck with the Purina one. And they've been eating that, and then some new food came out, and it's like nothing but like actual, like the salmon, the chicken. There's no cornmeal shit in it and whatnot. And Purina one is pretty good. Like it might have some of those ingredients, but it's still pretty good. And their coats aren't like greasy and nasty. So we bought this new one, and I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. It's just like a healthier alternative food. We mixed them all together. They love it. I'm so excited. We actually went off course one time and bought a different kind of flavor food. Didn't touch it. So we only stick to Purina one now. And I'm so excited that they like this new food. It's the same price. I mean, it's good food. It's still good food. And they'll eat it, thank God. In regards to wet food though, same fucking situation. They won't eat like the cheaper brands. They won't eat Fancy Feast. They won't eat Rachel Ray. They won't eat Blue Buffalo. The Purina one is okay, obviously. There are certain, they don't like chicken. They love fish, they love salmon. They like turkey and, you know, the duck and stuff. And so I tried, there's like one under Blue Buffalo in the cans, and a couple of those they did stick their nose at that. So we stick with Sheba, because they're the cuts, so like they come out really easily out of they're these two little cup things, and you snap them in half, and then you can feed them. And they actually got a whole cup of that today. Usually I just give them half and I'll put it on top of their dry food, so it kind of mixes in. And then every once in a while they get the full, and they're very, very happy when they do. And I'm sorry I rambled and went off course about my cats, but this just made me think of it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rant about it because they're little a-holes. Okay, back to this. He didn't want to eat his food. You tried not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I have 2 of those. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? Luckily, we know someone that also has 2 cats, so we just give it to that person. Like anything they won't eat, we just, here you go. The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato slice. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing the tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Hee, don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... Oh. You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on your knife. Oh. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. I definitely would. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do, right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside, not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. I feel like if my cat did that, I would buy it like actual meat. Just saying. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what he'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Ugh, come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and the lights just went out. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of battery. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. Oh, oops. You grab a flashlight, turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. I feel that. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Does that keep saying kill? I'm like staring at it. I see the 666. It looks like it's saying help too. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. I would be if I saw like actual words coming into the clock. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, it still holds you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky. Huh? The flashlight flickers. Oh shit. And the cat's gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at this moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. It's not like got big double, what is it, the C batteries or the D batteries? These batteries? This is a C. I think the D batteries are square, right? It doesn't matter. You back away from the clock and feel as if air insert. Let me restart. And feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move, but you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Let's play. Oh, it did it. In my ears. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out now that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangled together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Ooh. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you thought you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down your foot, pulling underneath. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as if you've been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at, it's your kitchen knife. And still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely clean? Can you hear my cat? You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. He's a kitty. A pair of glowing golden eyes comes forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from the doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as if skipping in delight. It bends down to lap the blood dripping from the blade. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you, the chill of the air as if it starts to suffocate you under its weight, the sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull, the dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat, the incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at the kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of the scent of blood from your flesh wound on your foot. Blood? I'm trying to figure out what's happening. A lot of noise. I think it's the trash truck. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. Bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if considering the act of pouncing forward. There's still blood on the floor, but you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you, everything except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running. Because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then the world is behind you. Hell no, I'd keep running. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins. How many endings are there? Something happened, you think anyway, but you can't really remember what. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, you can continue. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather's absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground, softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. He's a kitty! Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. I'm not gonna take it home this time. I'm just gonna walk away. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So, you look so familiar, right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a stranded black cat to look after all. This one is sure a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It is just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could take care of for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little thing outing. Sorry, you can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? What's this? You are not ready. Damn. We can try it. Aw, you just want a little attention, don't you? The poor thing must be bored sitting in that box all day. If you're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best, there's gotta be something you can entertain the little critter with. But what? You dig into your pockets. You find a small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful, the string is far too short. An eager and excited cat leaping for it could easily lead you to getting bitten or scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. The only other thing you've got on you is your phone. It's not much of anything the cat can play with, but there is something you can do. Photo montage. Well, that was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself. With nothing else to do and no intention of taking the cat home, you decide it's probably best to just leave. You don't want the cat to get too attached after all. At least you'll have some memories to take with you. Okay, see you around, I guess. Good luck. Okay. You turn to walk away, but as you leave... Your phone just got a message. You open it up and... What? Those are eyeballs. Oh my goodness. Aren't I cute? It's a picture of a familiar looking cat. Huh? The cat does look cute and happier in the picture, but it's not a picture you recognize. What the heck? Did I? You didn't take this picture. You peek over your shoulder at the cat. But the cat is simply looking at you. It mews sadly as if pleading you to come back. Do you want to hang out and do something else? No, because then it'll become really attached, right? Let's just go ahead and get out of the alley. You ignore the cat and briskly walk out of the alley without another look. Phew, that was weird. You're a good distance away when... Not again. You reluctantly look at the new message. Don't ignore me. Creeped out, you just decide to go home. I know you're seeing these. Come back. Come back. Oh, Jesus. Come back. Oh shit, that made me jump a little. Can see you. That is a regular human eyeball. Can always see you. You can't hide. Oh, there's the kitty eye. I'll always find you. Your eyes dart around nervously, certain that you're being followed. But there's nothing there. You're finally home, but you feel too shaken for any relief to calm you down. You rush to the bathroom, slam the door behind you. This isn't real. It's just like a bad dream. Everything's okay. You fumble in the dark to turn on the sink and splash your face with some cold water, hoping it will calm your mind and stop the hallucinations. Because that's all they are, right? Hallucinations. You're really regretting leaving home today. You must have been overworking yourself more than you realized. Yeah, that must be. You jump as soon as your phone alerts you to yet another message received. The phone vibrates intensely over and over, but you just can't look. You keep your eyes squeezed shut, your fingers tightly grip the stick. In your mind, you beg whoever or whatever is doing this to just stop already. Please, please, just put me out of my misery. You mutter this quietly. You don't really mean it. You don't. But as the words take shape in the darkest corners of your mind, the phone immediately stops vibrating. You'd think that this would give you relief, but you only feel dread sinking heavily into your stomach. You can feel eyes on you. You can feel puffs of air on the back of your neck, damp and deep and slow. You take a deep breath and open your eyes. You look at the mirror. Nothing. You peek around the room. Still nothing. Nothing at all. But you know that something is there, waiting to be acknowledged, for you to accept the fact of its existence. Only then will it Only then will it deign to give you peace, to free you from the life of constantly looking over your shoulder, of fearing your own image, your own reflection. You can feel its patience, limitless and old. You can't win against it in a war which... Oops, I clicked too fast. Your lifespan will long expire before it tires you. So, close your eyes and accept it. Oh, it was waiting. As your head is severed from your neck, you're filled with peace, grateful that at the very least, you never had to see it, whatever it was. Ending 31. Holy fuck. Okay. Let's continue. Because why the fuck not? You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. Weather is perfect, that's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Who you can meet, you're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of the lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. Let's just go to the kitty. Kitty! Okay, we've already seen all this. Familiar. And again, it is a cat. listen. You just barely make out the sound of a fate scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin and you lunge. You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumbled and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash, but as you stand up, grasped in your hand, is a cute little mousey. Aww. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wiggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite you or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and just looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. The kitty's not going to eat it anyway, right? The mouse looks scared as if it can sense your intention. It weakly starts to struggle again. The mouse is reluctant. Kitty ain't gonna eat it. You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. Oh, I didn't think it would eat it. That was so unnecessary. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals pierce you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mews happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home after all. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to just go home. No buzzing. That's a good sign. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight for your room and collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. There's squeaking and scurrying noises all around you, so loud and constant they're like screams in the darkness of your room. You see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. You try to run, but you cry out as twin lances of pain race up your legs. You fall off the bed and attempt to escape, the hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. Just leave me alone. Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. The mice descend upon you. Gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in your unconsciousness, but you still reach up to the door. Your arm heavy, rolled down by the mice, fitting into it with little curls and tiny teeth. You manage to draw something out there for the door to slowly swing open. I don't think you're gonna make it out, bud. Ew, you took your whole arm off. The mice managed to treat with a flesh and bone and did this movement. Now it's as a few mice scoot forward, the curiosity to curiously inspect your arm, and you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar-looking mouse. It stares at you. The darkness in its beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure the depths, nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it. Okay. Aimed at you. You collapse heavy before as your other arms and hands. You're not sure how to stay conscious the punishment you describe, and yet you just feel a full sense of loss. The mice are clustered around your back, gnawing and ripping you right between your shoulder blades, into your back and your chest. You do cough up blood that must have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you, and in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out of your vision, you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Your heart, weirdly shaded red with your blood and pulsing, and oh, that's your heart, isn't it? I'm sorry, the other mice all of a sudden upon it abandoning your happy body. If this were the case, like, I would be dead a long time ago. You also feel anger. Yes, so much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you. Oh, it's the kitty. A pair of glowing eyes leering in from the darkness beyond the doorway. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength when something with soft, slightly damp and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. Well fed. Well, the kitty didn't show up in time to save me, but that's okay. I'm gonna let the mouse go this time. Nope. Let's feed it. Let's explore the area. Spare the mouse. Are you sure? Yeah, just spare the mouse. You can hear the cat's stomach meowing or growling. It must be so hungry. It must be starving. Spare it. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You caught prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than the cat's? Spare it. Oh shit. You're mocking me, aren't you? Look, real kitty eyes. Last chance. Spare it. Hand over the prey. Now. Spare the mouse. You let the mouse go. It scurries away, squeezing into a tiny hole in the wall. You don't pay much mind. You don't flinch as a giant clawed paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path to the alley's entrance. Not that you have any illusions about escaping. The cat is hungry after all. Close your eyes and acceptance as it gradually pulls you back and back. And a life spared. Let's take the kitty home this time. Oh wait, I can buy it food, right? Hang on. Let's do this instead. Don't take it home. We're going to feed the kitty. And we're going to check pockets. Oh shit. Chocolate is toxic to cats. Oh my gosh, you resist the urge to vomit at your near mistake. You feel so guilty you throw the chocolate bar away into a nearby trash bin. An almost cat killer doesn't deserve chocolate. You go back to the cat, barely able to stand its innocently obvious expression. It doesn't even know that you almost... I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. You're a horrible person. You know what? Stay there. I'll be right back. You leave the alley and return with a whole fish you bought at a nearby grocery shop. It was a little bit pricey, but it was the least you could do. The cat eagerly accepts your offering, munching happily at the fish after you placed it in the box. You want to smile at the sight, but you feel so awful. Sorry again. The cat seemingly pays you no mind as you slip back out of the alley. Not feeling like you deserve a peaceful day out, you decide to just head back home. Huh? On the way home, you notice more cats than usual watching you from their hiding spots, but you try not to think about it. Really? It's not like you meant to hurt anyone. Right? You finally reach your cat. You look behind you, only to see dozens of cats standing there, looking at you. Did they see you feeding the cat in the alley and thought that you had more food for all of them? I'm sorry, I don't have any more food for you. None of them move an inch. You're starting to feel a little unnerved when finally a single cat pushes its way to the front and... Oh, shit. It's held carefully between its teeth is the chocolate bar you'd thrown away earlier. It places the chocolate bar down in front of you before looking back up at you, all the cats looking up at you. You can feel their judgment. You feel your sins weighing down heavily on your back, but without the money to buy enough food for all of them, you don't know what to do. You collapse to your knees and bow down low as you start to earnestly beg for their forgiveness. I'm so sorry, I swear. I'd do anything to make it up to all of you, but you're out of options. Suddenly, you feel something stir in your stomach and swim its way to your throat, closing off your airway as it tries to force its way out of your esophagus. You're gonna vomit? Yeah. It finally succeeds with aid from your helpless gagging. What the? Lying on the ground in front of you. Oh, it's a fishy. A flopping fish. You just threw up a living fish. What the hell? The cats come rushing forward and all tearing hungrily at the fish. You're happy to finally be of help, truly, but how? You throw up another fish. And another. And another. And your stomach hurts.
Lock and load, little lizard.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Hi. Your stomach hurts, you're getting dizzy. Good lord. Yeah, I don't know what that is, so. Sorry. Tears and snot are streaming down your face by the time you cough up a final tiny bloody fish and collapse forward. Your throat and stomach both burn in a way that feels dangerous. You start to fade out. I don't have to know. I don't really want to know, to be honest. Hang on, I'm checking my email real quick, because apparently they need lots of tutors. Can't do any of these, that sucks. Oh well. Alright. Despite the pain, you strangely feel a more overwhelming sense of hope and pride that you've made up for your disgusting actions, that you've been forgiven. The sound of happy cats munching away at their fish fills your ears. Then you feel something being nudged into your hand. It feels like the bar of chocolate you found in your pocket. You smile weakly. You successfully atoned, but you don't really have the strength to eat your reward. Sadly, the last taste in your mouth as you leave this mortal coil doesn't get to be that of chocolate, but raw fish. Ew. Fishing for pardon. Cute. Okay, now I'm gonna take the cat home. Alright, let's go ahead and take a kitty home. Well, why not? Right? You barely reach out your arms for the cat, eagerly leaps into them and climbs up on your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. You can't but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in the modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You wait for it to walk away and explore its new environment, but it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Like what? Well, let's pet it. It's not every day you have access to a fluffy animal. What else is there to do but to pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. No, the cat dashes over to you immediately, climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just want some attention, don't you? Alright, you carefully pet the cat. A rub behind an ear, scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying the bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Oh yeah, let's clean the cat. Upon giving a second look, you realize the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box in an alley full of scattered garbage for who knows how long. You've heard the cats can keep themselves clean, but maybe this is one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt. It is. Please clean the cat. I'm sure it won't like it, but you head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way is to get a cat clean would be carefully. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away. It looks like it's enjoying it. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. You try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself. Try to ignore the fur and brush the cat quickly. But more hair keeps sticking to you, your hands, your arms, before you realize that they're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to yank it off, but... Oh, what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see the hair is growing out of you. You can actually feel it now. Ew. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your face, your eyes, your tongue. Ew. It's even growing inside your throat. Oh, Kitty's happy he got a bath. As you collapse and start choking on the thickening fur and esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. You think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way, even if it's just a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Self-care buddies! This is kind of cute and fun. A little morbid, maybe. Alright, let's take the kitty home. Take it home! Let's go ahead and pet it again. Let's do something else. Let's play with the kitty. Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in that old box all day, just watching crowds of people walking by them, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Aw, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay then, What to play, though? Oh, we ain't playing hide and seek. That scared the shit out of me. Cats are curious creatures by nature. Hang on, I got another email. Sorry, guys. I'm like on call, so. They're also natural hunters, sort of. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it'll never quite understand? That sounds a little mean when you think of it like that, but it's not like the cat will know anyway. Ignorance is bliss, or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long-gone, dreaded days of group presentations in school, you flip it on, and see that even after all this time, the batteries still work. You get a little kick out of aiming it at a mirror hanging in the living room so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. The cat, you sure you want to do that? The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it lightly places a paw on your knee, like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. You manage to hold back a chuckle, not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. You move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down. But in this next second, you've already moved it to the floor. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot. Over here. Over there. And over there. By the couch. On the couch. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot onto a lamp beside the couch. Whoops. In its haste to get the light, the cat leaps onto the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Oh my gosh. The cat is sitting in the middle of the former lamp's broken shards, hunched back, its head whipping around, back and forth, as if in panic. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you hurt? When you reach down to pick up the cat and check for any injuries. Ow, hey! The cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half turns in various directions as if looking for something, or waiting for something to appear. Ow, geez, that really hurt, you know? You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but immediately your annoyance starts to bleed into concern. You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want to stop it, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it an idea comes to you, or rather a realization? You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away towards the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, that the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. The cat's reaction is immediate. You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair. Leaps high into the air, changes in the air. It slams down upon the dot on the floor with a weight and force that shakes the whole apartment, maybe even the whole building. You wonder dazedly how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise, yet you stare at the sight in front of you. The cat has somehow grown in size, eyes bulging, glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, bared and covered alarmingly in a bubbling froth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor tiles, and even below them, ravenously trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away, get it away from you. You slowly back up towards the door, and the light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away this way and that, the cat stampeding. too fast. Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. Chance. You turn, intending to bolt out the door and never come back, but in haste you forget something. You forget several somethings. You forget the laser pointer gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror so miraculously hanging on the wall next to the hallway. The laser reflecting off of it, putting a small, glowing red dot back in your head. As you reach the door, you forget that it's locked. You don't even have the chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. You're torn to shreds before you can even blink. Okay. That one was pretty good too. Let's see. Let's play with the cat here. I'll take it home. Play with the kitty. Let's go buy a toy. Oops, another, that's it. You know what to get now. After a quick and successful search of the store, you make your purchase and run back to the alley. Okay. Eager to show off your find. I'm back. The alley feels even gloomier after spending time in direct sunlight. It makes you feel that much prouder of your gift. You skip over to the cat and dig in the store's plastic bag. I've got something for you. The cat leans up, curious at the bag's contents. You pull out the gift to the cat. Oh, a small cat plushie. The plushie is light orange cream color with burnt sepia stripes, making it resemble a tabby cat. The synthetic fur is soft but unrealistically so, and the large eyes are a pale green, more subdued than you would have expected for a toy. There's no denying it. It's just a plushie, but the thoughtful details still make it almost uncanny to the real thing, which makes it perfect. A companion for the cat, but one you could actually afford. Win-win. That's not all. You give the plushie a little squeeze. The cat looks unimpressed. Aw. Well, you think it's cute. Guess your purchase wasn't so successful after all. Out of options and lower on cash, you awkwardly place the plushie in the box next to the cat. You get up and turn to leave. You're a few steps away when you hear an electronic meow behind you. Huh? You turn to see the plushie on the ground next to the box. The cat is watching you closely, staring. I feel like if we touch the plushie, it's gonna get jealous. I'm just gonna leave. Ungrateful little monster. You huff in annoyance. You're welcome. Shaking your head, you turn once again to leave. Ah! When a sharp pain lances up your arm. Gah! Crying out, you grab your arm, only for it to... Oh, cool. Fall off. Your arm falls right off. You stare in shock at the severed limb on the ground. Yeah, let's go back. I didn't see the back button before. Let's pick up the plushie. You sigh and go over to pick up the stuffed toy. You really do just want attention, don't you? You hold up the cat dog, examining it a little. It looks a little different. Oh shit. Did it just look at you?
Meow. 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 Meow.
Okay, so either way I'm gonna die. Of course, like the rest of this. The plushie somehow opens its own mouth before biting into your wrist. Stop. You're trying to fling it off, but its grip on you is strong as it drakes your blood rapidly. Hit it against the concrete next to the alley. Trying to bite against you harder, but it starts just to cat strolls into your line of vision and picks up the kitten. It gives you an indecipherable look before turning away. The cat carries the kitten back into the box and starts to carefully and dutifully clean it. You sway and find you can't right yourself before falling into the ground. It would seem that in the end, you'd gotten the cat a playmate after all. Living doll. Okay. Alrighty, let's see if we can get the kind of ending like the first one. Take it home. Let's do something with the kitty. Let's pet the cat first. Let's do something else. Try to feed the cat. The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow. I feel that. Excuse me, I feel that. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find some things you expect. A can of tuna. Some leftover meatloaf. And what's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one that needs to decide the best to feed a hungry kitty. So you'll feed it. Let's give it the mystery food if it wants it. Why not? Is it really a good idea? Fine, I guess if that's what you want. You open the container. You barely manage to keep from throwing up. Just barely. Stench is overwhelming. Yeah, give me a minute. You hazard a look at the contents of the container, but honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together. What exactly everything consists is a mystery you're more than happy to keep unsolved. Yep, just different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it is the same color, the most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with a nauseatingly wet green film over the top. Just give it to the cat. Am I supposed to warm it up, or don't really know how it's supposed to be served? Any utensil or plate that touches it gets thrown out immediately, no exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water within an inch of their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better warm. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. The cat enthusiastically dives for the toxic-looking sludge, sniffing it as if savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. It's probably like human flesh or something. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for the next hour or so when... Ow! A sharp pain on your foot causes you to stumble. You catch yourself on the kitchen sink and look down to see the tip of your sock is red. And the red is still slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull the sock off to see the damage. The nail toe is gone. It's just gone. Just a stump left in its place, steadily leaking blood onto the floor. You clumsily step back as if it would help to get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. 911. You have to call 911. Tell them where's the... So that's pieces of me in the container that it's eating? What the fuck? Your tongue is... What's happening to me? You look slowly over the cat's still eating, completely embodied by your suffering. Not bother to try and stop the blood from dribbling out of your mouth. You keep watching that daze as the cat happily chews at the gross piece of... Wait, that's... You look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a tongue. Before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites into a piece of... You collapse to the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around the blood streak tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Blood pours out from deep within you. Whatever that was, it felt important. And now it's probably gone too. It hurts. It hurts so much. I'm assuming it stopped because you weakly try to reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from the tears, from... Your eyes. Your eyes. You fall limply back to the floor. You're leaking blood all over, from all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you, then hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs and give you the time to just... You are what you eat. Cute. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see. Take the kitty home. Stop for food? Nah, it's a waste of time. Let's do something with the kitty. Let's play with the cat again. I feel like this one's gonna end so badly. Let's look for some yarn. If every movie and cartoon involving cats that you've watched since childhood is to be believed, then you can deduce that with absolute certainty that cats freaking love yarn. Probably. You unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. I feel that too. You consider just handling the ball of bright red yarn, handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat and supervising from the side, but would that defeat the purpose? Oh my goodness, but that would defeat the idea of playing together with it. I'm telling you, I'm slow. I'm surprised I haven't messed up even more, to be honest. You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. I would just give the whole thing. Oh, the cat is resting on the floor. It's not asleep, but when it looks up as if you enter the living room, you can feel it could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. You smirk a little, confident with your surprise. And let the piece of yarn dangle just above the floor, pinched between your thumb and your index finger. The sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture has barely changed at all, just a subtle shift of the head and ears, a slight tension in the shoulders, a sharpness in the gaze as it locks onto the yarn dangling an inch above the floor. The cat could still pass as being almost relaxed, calm. And yet the air is thick with eagerness to lunge forward, waiting for the right moment to strike. You feel like you've just witnessed the awakening of a perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make that first move. But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. And... yoink! The cat had lunged the instant you wiggled the yarn, but you're faster. Completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil out of its reach as a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing in its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around as if shocked that it's failed. You generously click your tongue to help reorient it. The cat whips its head around. I just noticed, is that breathing? Its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of the stare of the yarn. But you persist, you wiggle the yarn again, encouragingly, and yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time the cat anticipates the yarn upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it, but you've already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of reach once more. Hee hee, come on, you can do it. It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason, it feels a little good knocking the feline down a peg or two. At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope, anyway. You keep going. Cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. It must be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye the last time it had jumped so high erratically. Just give it the yarn. You've been keeping the yarn in constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get tired. This middleman. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy, though. It's like it's getting faster and faster. Ooh. Your wrist finally cramps sharply, making you lose control of the yarn's motion at the tip of the brush. As the tip of it brushes lightly against your stomach. Ooh, shit. The pain rips low across your torso. Into your torso. Blood pours out your mouth. In the daze, you look down and see red bleeding slowly along the bottom of your shirt around the tears in the fabric. Plop. You watch as long, thick ropes of something pour out from under your shirt into a bloody heap onto the floor at your feet. A single red-streaked rope still hangs from you, connecting you to all that meets. You know, when this happens, if it ever happens to anyone, just scoop it all up, push it back in there, and like fixture it tight into your stomach. Are those your you crumple to the ground and topple over onto your side, your vision has same thing with your eye here. It pops out. I know it's gross, but you can just make out the shape of something small and deep, inky black as it walks over it and inspects your intestines. Of course, there's still roll around the mass of your bloody insides and that's disgusting. Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn has gone, but there's really no need to worry about it. Cat seems content with the next best thing. At the end of your rope. Okay, I'm gonna do one more of these because my throat's getting really tired. Like, it hurts. And then we'll move on to the next one. I can't believe it's already been an hour and 30 minutes since I've been playing this. Alright. I'm trying to get that same ending that we had before. Take the cow. Do something with the cat. Actually, let's do something alone. Watch a movie, take a nap. Let's watch a movie. You're not tired enough for a nap, but you're too lazy to get started on any of your chores, so you decide to watch a movie. You get dressed in your favorite PJs, make some popcorn with an obscene amount of butter, and head over to your armchair. Only to discover that the cat is already napping in it. You frown a little in thought. Your couch isn't at the best angle for optimal TV viewing pleasure, and you don't feel like pushing it around and having to back it up later. The only options you have left are to sit on the floor or move the cat and reclaim your throne. Oh, no. We're sitting on the floor. I don't even move my cats. Well, that's a lie. I do move them sometimes, not all the time. But if they're like on the couch in my spot, I'm just like, okay, I'll sit somewhere else, you know? You decide to sit on the floor. The cat is a guest after all, and you pride yourself on being a good host, if nothing else. At least you would if you ever had any guests over before. You grab a blanket, some pillows, and make a comfy little nest in front of the chair. You pop in a random movie from your collection and can tell instantly it's one of your favorite horror films. Why? You've seen it a few times already, but it never fails to get your blood pumping. A few minutes in, you're already invested, getting reacquainted with the story and characters. The scares won't come until later, but for some reason, you feel like something is watching you from behind. You know it's probably nothing, but you feel compelled to check anyway. You peek over your shoulder. Oh, shit. Only to jump out of your skin jostling a few pieces of popcorn out of the bowl in your lap. The cat is awake and looking right at you. You take a calming breath, recovering from your heart nearly lurching out of your chest, immediately feel foolish. It was just the cat, of course. It was just so quiet you'd forgotten it was right behind you, even though it's the whole reason you're sitting on the floor in the first place. You shakily pick up the remote, intending to rewind some of the parts you missed. However, as soon as you press the rewind button, whoa, TV shuts off. You blink, confused. Nothing else turned off. The kitchen dimmed light was still on, the digital clock was still glowing, and the movie player was still rewinding. The power clearly didn't go out, so why? You feel a chill run down your spine as you catch the cat's reflection in the dark TV screen. It's still looking at you? Cats stare, silly, it's their kind of thing, right? And you're a new addition in its life. Of course it's going to study you closely to see if you're trustworthy. As you mentally reassure yourself, you turn the TV back on. What? The TV's on, but the movie isn't what's playing on the screen. It's you? You watch yourself from on screen as you feel the brow furrow in tandem. It's like footage of you in real time, like you're being recorded. There's a kitty eyeball. This also looks like a kitty eyeball for some reason. Feel a familiar sensation of your mind focusing on small details to avoid the bigger picture of your current situation, avoiding the questions of how this is happening, or who or what is doing this, and why. Suddenly, your mirrored self smiles and waves at you. All on its own. You don't wave back, too stunned to move. The you on the screen doesn't seem to mind, though. It then stands up, it walks out of frame, and, a terrified yell rips out of your mouth before you can think to stifle it. On screen in the chair is the cat. But it's wrong. Oh, that's cool. It's become a large swirl of massive black fur. Its twitching pulse, rhythmical, with its slow, almost methodical breaths. Its mouth is yawning entrance into a black abyss, framed by a set of teeth that look very, very sharp. Glowing eyes bulge all over its body. It's still looking at you. It doesn't even acknowledge your on-screen persona as they walk back into frame and pet it, almost lovingly. Then the you inside the TV touches one of the cat's fangs. You flinch at the sudden sharp pain in your palm, you look down and sure enough your hand is bleeding. You're not particularly afraid of blood, but for some reason the sight of it leaking out of you sends another chill down your back. Thought, clear and terrible, flashes across your mind. It's not just the mutated cat in the TV that's watching you, is it? Don't look behind you, don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. You watch helplessly as your on-screen self smiles and nods at you almost encouragingly. They stand in front of the cat's gaping jaws. They look into the dark depths, and as you're torn between the horrifying realization of what's about to happen and the gripping wonder of what they see looking back at them from the deep, deep darkness, they jump in. Darkness is a sudden presence all around you, pressing in, holding you down, and yet you somehow feel weightless. You can't tell if you're falling, but it doesn't feel like you're laying down or standing either. You feel warm, you feel cold, you feel everything. You feel nothing. You feel nothing. Silent film. That was pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and quit out of that because my throat is killing me. Let's open up a different game. I think this is also a visual novel, which kind of sucks because it's gonna kill me. So this one is called Pray at the Altar. I'm not sure This is supposed to be a horror story. chosen lamb of the Church of the Hound, a sacrifice to summon an ancient god to cleanse the earth of its sins. It's an honor. You want this. You want this very badly. Everyone wants this for you. The church, its people, its God. So the choice is obvious. You are the lamb. Prepare yourself for slaughter. Huh. Okay. Let's give it a try. Oh, I gotta read more. Okay, hang on. Should make me something hot, because Jesus. Okay, it's time. Your flesh shall feed the starful hound. Your wounds shall be doors to bring her here. Your blood shall trace the road to our world. Today, your life comes to an end. Congrats. It's truly an honor. Shall we go there? Pass. I know you're eager, but there are steps to this. Here, I placed you on a checklist on the table. The order to do things doesn't matter. Make sure you do that. Anybody, you must free yourself of any impurity. Your robes. Any individuality, you're a host. You're like a host of God, a big God. Your shoes, rekindle the ground. Put your hair down, bind your hair. Still on your soul. Bask in light of your incense, smell shall soothe into the house of your lady walking around. Okay. Okay, I think it's actually your keys. That is weird. I wonder if I can just go up. We're just gonna go up. Yeah, I'm ready. My cleaves in the shepherd's hand. You can't look. Squeeze your eyelids shut and grind your teeth. Fuck. Can you still back out? You must, can't you? You didn't do all the steps. You lied. You need to say it. You need to admit it. Do it right this time. Run away while you still can. The knife sinks into your guts and it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. The blade cold, blade sharp. Make it stop. Please make it stop. Skin, muscle, sinew, bladder, intestines, kidneys. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. You want it to stop. You want to die, but that knife, that fucking knife, it's too gentle, too precise. Just end it already. You howl like an animal. Vaguely, you hear someone swear. Most importantly, though, the blade slides out of your body. I have to shift again. Sorry. You roll off the altar and land on all fours. The pain is filling your head with white noise. You crawl. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what you want to do. The only thing you know is that you have to stop now. Suddenly, someone grabs your collar and tugs. You yelp as you're pulled back, hitting the altar once more. The knife comes down, no longer gentle. And the pain stops. Bad end. Alright. So they killed you. They fully killed you. Did everybody see that? I said, no, 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 don't do it. Knife gleams in the shepherd. You refuse to look away. The blade kisses your skin like a lever. It teases the surface, traces the path alongside your sternum, and then sinks. You can't repress a gasp. Your skin, your flesh, your organs all part to welcome your suitor. Your body opens up. Your soul opens up. You are a house. You're finally welcoming your owner. The shepherd says something. You cannot hear him. You cannot pay any attention to him at all. Something trickles inside you like water, like light. There is a star between your entrails. It's so blindingly beautiful, you can't see anything else. You see your heartbeat pulsing right next to the star. You want it deeper inside of you. You want it to fill you inside and out. This will kill you. Stop, stop. I don't want this. I never asked for this. Stop it. Ink spills on the sides of your stomach. Claws are breaking deep trenches into your flesh. She doesn't want to answer your call. She doesn't want the warmth you offer. The star is struggling against your pull, desperate to get out. Stop it, stop it. I want you to live. I always wanted you to live. Why are you doing this? Why in my name? You raise your hand, hook your fingers in the fur of the smoke and tug. There is a weight, and you are full. Oh, Starful Hunter. I miss your eyes, beloved. The white sheep end. Huh. Can't continue. Strictly speaking, Things I do to save the world. Or not? Oh, remove your shoes. Let's see these choices. Don't do it. Nothing really else that I can do. What's this one? He's a shepherd. What can I do? I should focus on the ritual. Work the people who come and sheep or He's told me a little bit ago. Look at the highlights of this section until the first letter and how they work. First, to directly speak to the hound, it was that somebody splashed water on it. The letters are all muddled. Run, says the hound in the story. Please, you already know that tale. You need to get alone. Can't run. There's nowhere to run to. Man, there's no way to run. Like you have to have something that's so uncomfortable. You physically cannot oversleep. So kind of like cooking. Find you here, you'll be safe. Please, I want you to. You step away from the bed and you're not listening to the voices. posted like a line somewhere. Wait, did it? This girl, she looks like she's crying. This instruction. Save yourself. Click on everything at this point. Just tree. Darn it, avocado tree. Alright, man, there's really nothing else I can do, so... Soul opens up. Cannot hear them. You cannot pay attention to him at all. Something trickles inside you like water, like light. So blindingly beautiful, you can't see anything else. Your heartbeat pulsing right next to the star. You want it deeper inside out. You want you to feel. This will kill you. I don't want this. I never asked for this. She doesn't want to answer your call. Stop it. I want you to live. I always wanted you to live. Why are you doing this? Why is this in my name? Oh, you killed your friends too. If I keep going back into it, will it do something different, I wonder? This is basically me doing things wrong. Hey, it's fine. It doesn't matter if they reject you once you're already dead, right? It's a bit boring, but you gotta wait a bit. Else the story would stick. This person will find you if you're a little slow. Celebrating out and I love you for your title and everything. All of the cool and die for its sake or gaining the knowledge of its took it away from me, right? I can't. Is that Brennan? Yeah. Sarah must have picked it. She insists we cleanse from room to room every day, so it's nice. That's why I picked it. Oh, you're actually just like. You want to teach me to do braids and never get to try it out myself, so I think that's what I want braids on the last day. It's usually what I see like this Christmas. Defiance. It doesn't hurt though. Shepherd is gentle for a start. You're not as close to him as some, but he is family too. But when that blade sinks into your stomach, you can't repress a gasp. It doesn't hurt at all. It's an embrace. It's a kiss. Something flows inside you, around you like water, like light. It curls around your liver, your tongue, teasing your insides until you're left panting and shivering. You look up to the night sky, to its 1,000 stars. They blink down at you with indescribable kindness. Light beams all around you hold you. A star shard slithers through your open wound, nesting between your lungs. You are embraced and loved. Fangs graze your neck, a familiar gesture that echoes with long-forgotten memories. She has devoured a part of you once, you know. Your gender hurt so much back then, and you couldn't understand why, but she came in and took it away from you. You don't even know her name back then. You knew nothing of her. She did it because she loved you. And she loves you still. Claw settles on your sides in the most gentlest of touch, and she rakes them up, molding your flesh like clay to close up your wound. It's a miracle. Oh, so she basically said, I'm not going to kill you. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to use lavender incense and then be done. Oh, I didn't take off my shoes. friend. Oh, so it did take me. Oh, but it didn't kill him this time. Huh. Okay. That was interesting. Now we're gonna play this game. This is called... Oh, Goodbye Doggy. And it's just a browser game. Hi. So basically in this one, you're a dog and you pass away and you're trying to go around and help your family be at peace, basically. So, you're playing it like that. An undying sense of loyalty has cooled your spirit. Oh my god, this guy is so cute. He's little, and I'm still controlling. They're just getting there, moving their way up. Dedicated to my grandma, grandpa, and dog. Aww. That was really cute. I figured it would be kind of small, so do it last. That was adorable, though. I'm gonna show you the game. So the game that I picked out is called Chibi Robo, which again, I have never heard of this game, but when I watched it, I was just giggling like the entire time. So I'll show you a preview. Oh, sorry, I have ads. I'm not special. So this is what it looks
Chibi
like.
Robo is one of the more confusing series Nintendo's come up with.
Which
They made
maybe
a
I wanna
handful
play.
of games, they garnered quite a decent-sized fan base, and it's like they never cared. Chibi Robo Plug
Oh, it's
into
on
Adventure
GameCube.
is
I'm
one of those
sorry. I thought it
games
was
that you
on
know
64.
about because you never played it, but you
look at it,
swear
it's
one of
so
these days you'll get
cutesy.
around to it. Now, I think this series is mostly known for giving us Ziplash,
Which
and
I've never heard of before.
boy, that's a sin that shouldn't go unpunished. But before that game apparently ruined the chances of Chibi Robo ever being a thing again, this was actually a multi-game franchise across multiple consoles, and the character was easily the most popular
cute,
thing the
though.
developers at Skip Limited ever came up with. Not really much competition when the rest of their library consists of a ton of art style games, some Japanese-only titles, Captain Rainbow Will One Day Rise Again, and of course publishing LOL on the DS in Japan, but come on, everybody knows that. Sheer curiosity has
Oh,
brought
I
me
didn't
to
know
this
that.
point. As a massive Nintendo fanboy, I had to see what all the fuss was about. But the question here isn't whether or not this game is good, but why a game like Ziplash or why the lack of major notoriety, like being an assist trophy in Smash Bros, has driven the self-proclaimed hardcore Chibi Robo fanbase crazy. This is my first time ever checking this game out, actually. I'm really excited. Let's see what I've been missing out on. I have no idea what I just played. In Chibi Robo, you play as, well, Chibi Robo, a toy robot that Mr. Sanderson
else
gave
has
his
ever heard
daughter
of this? Let
Jenny
me
for
know,
her
'cause,
8th
like-
birthday. The family is currently dealing with a bunch of problems. The father is out of a job, the mother is mad at him for constantly spending money on toys despite not having a job, and Jenny thinks she's a frog. Something I think we can all relate to? I want to spend my money on toys! Yo, same. The goal of the
Yeah, I
Chibi
feel that
Robo
too.
toy line is actually to bring happiness to those around it, so hey, in dire times, anything is worth a shot. And joining you on your journey is a flying television, Television, who yells oh a lot and constantly asks us to not mind him.
Sounds like Nami.
Spread the happiness. We're witnessing a divorce in progress, Telly. Show some restraint. But then the night comes, and like Toy Story, when the humans are away and asleep, the toys run rampant. And throughout the game, we end up working to make all of them happy as well. The dog toy, Sophie, is struggling to express her love to space hunter Drake
Just a
Redcrest.
dog
The
toy?
Free Rangers army is enlisting soldiers for a battle against the family dog Tao after it kidnapped one of the soldiers and
frog
injured
toy?
the sergeant's
Is that a
eye.
caterpillar?
Captain Plankbeard wants to sail on the waters once again, and he asks you to help make his dreams possible. The house is filled with all these wacky and out there characters, and the thing is, most of them are optional. Whether or not you eventually meet any of these toys is a matter of being in the right place at the right time by going off the beaten path. It wasn't until I saved this creepy looking flower after being requested to do so by this Lego dinosaur and then it started dancing that I realized, what? Honestly, even when I started actually playing the game, I had no idea what I was doing. You're running around a large room, most of which is inaccessible to you. This battery number is slowly going down. You soon pick up a toothbrush, which you can use to clean up dirty spots for some reason. I'm kinda just doing things aimlessly. Well, since that number is in fact your battery
so
level,
pull up a
you gotta
walkthrough,
remember to
got it.
plug in every so often for a charge. Otherwise you die. You run faster when you're holding your plug, so I definitely recommend doing that when you can. Doing so also allows you to go inside these special chibi doors. Ooh, I wonder what's inside. Okay, scary eyes, don't hurt me. I'm just gonna take this money and go now. Thanks, bye. The first hour or so of the game was simply me not knowing what I was doing, coming up with way more questions than I was receiving answers. I introduced myself to Drake Redcrest, and now I can dress up as him. Why? I can pick up trash and throw it in my head. Why? I ran into the foyer and got shot to death by a bunch of army eggs. Why? Ah. He sit. Going into this totally blind, it took me quite a while to realize that, oh, this is actually just like an old school adventure game. By running around and talking to different characters, it's all a matter of getting and using items in specific contexts in order to succeed in making them happy and gaining more happy points as well as money, which is required to upgrade your stamina and utilities to explore even more of the house and meet more of the toys. The main objective is to make the Sanderson family happy, while subsequently discovering some of the house's secrets to do so. Some of the side characters you run into as part of the story, some you don't, and whether or not you go out of your way to help them is entirely up to you. The family is the only primary focus. But alongside that, on your first trip to the basement, you discover a deactivated Giga Robo, a helper robot that used to have a strong relationship with all of the other toys. So your other main goal is to revitalize this big boy.
He is.
Oh, and also there are aliens.
Oh,
Of course there are.
okay.
Sometimes when you go to get your plug back from a charge, a pan falls out of the sky and knocks you out for a second. You continue playing after that. This doesn't hurt you in any way. It's just something that may or may not happen. Cool?
Noted.
Everything said thus far is just saying what you do, but believe it or not, there is a game behind all of this, and explaining how to do those things, that's a whole lot easier to do. The Sandersons' two-story house is free to explore. This is an open world here, provided you have the tools to do so. The
Is
size
there-
may not seem all that impressive on the surface, but there are so
Nothing
many
about this
nooks
game,
and
so
crannies
we're
and
both flirting here.
demon doors everywhere that really makes this feel like a fully lived-in world. Everybody found within is so damn wacky, and Chibi's dead stare makes everything you do super charming. Whenever a question is asked of you, a simple pop-up happens whether you want to say yes or no, even if the question doesn't deserve a yes or no answer. I don't know why that's funny. Maybe I'm just easy to please. The
No,
battery
it's pretty
mechanic can be a bit annoying to get used to, but you upgrade that pretty quickly, so it's nothing a little bit of time management can't solve. On that same note, there is also a daily time limit, Pikmin style. And this, truthfully, I'm less fond of. You actually end up having a choice as to whether a day or night cycle goes for 5, 10, or 15 minutes. Well, it turns out that some quests only progress at a certain time of day. The next chapter takes place at night, it only now just turned day, so you're stuck with 15 minutes to wander and figure out what to do. Then you do the thing that you need to when night comes, only to find out that the following step happens during the day. So hey, back to waiting. I get it though, by giving you this much free time, you are really encouraged to run around and explore. Chances are, you'll find something new. But if you're laser focused on a specific goal like, well, a person, then expect to just sit there for a good amount of time, just waiting. Did I mention there's aliens? This doesn't ruin the game by any stretch, but it can definitely feel like a massive roadblock at times. Sometimes you'll be in the middle of doing something important, but the moon says it's time to go home, and you're a good little robot, so you have to follow the rules. To be fair though, I think I would care more if the other characters that you interact with didn't exist, because oh man, not only are they great on a personality level, this is where you find a bulk of the gameplay variety as well. Plenty of training missions with the Free Rangers, playing a game of chicken in a toy car, shooting targets in a plane,
plug, just,
platforming.
like,
There's a
flat
lot you
around
can
right
do
there.
here.
Very
Sometimes
cute.
the camera and controls can be a bit finicky, but it's more than manageable
else
in
is
my
new?
opinion. There's also like this evil horde of robotic spiders called Spy Doors. Oh man, that practically come out of nowhere, start infiltrating the house, and then when you're running around, they'll just pop up, ready for battle. And thanks to a blaster that you can purchase, you can go into battle against them. Suddenly, this is a run and gun game. Okay. Oh hey, look at that, a side scroller. Maybe Ziplash isn't so unfaithful after all. And now everybody's mad at me. But even with those occasional roadblocks, this is still a generally slow-paced game. Soak in the world, everybody. You have no other options. For my money, I'm totally cool with that. The text, on the other hand, can sometimes go at a snail's pace, and that's annoying. I got no bright side to that one. Oh, and also fall damage? Oh, good.
Okay. So that is the game I will be playing here next week. I'll probably tomorrow just find some more itch.io games to play for stream. Hang on, I've been itching my eye a lot. But this one I'm definitely going to start next week. I'll go ahead and make my schedule for you guys so I can place that wherever. On everything. I definitely like today's game. Again, you can find those on itch.io. They are free. They do ask for tips, so just keep that in mind if you want to tip them. But they are free. They're free to play. We know the first one has several endings, and I mean, we got what, ending 31, so I can't imagine how many they actually have. And I don't even remember what we played. Oh, the prayer thing, the cult. So I'll probably try to find some more like that. I like horror games, but I like the cutesy ones better. Those are the ones I can actually play. If I play an actual horror game, I can't get my mind and my fingers to do the same thing at the same time, to push myself through. I have a hard time doing that. So usually I just like to watch my hubby play horror games instead. But I'll try to find some more cutesy ones for tomorrow, and then of course next week starting on this Chibi Robo, which again I have never heard of, and I literally was watching Ant Dude before, so I was like, okay, well we'll just all watch it now, because I'm sure not a lot of people have heard of this game either. Honestly, when I go through the GameCube games, there's a lot of games that I've never heard of, so. And that will do it for me today, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your day.